You like to see someone achieve success who works hard, pays their dues, and is passionate, skilled, and connects with fans, whether they're cheering or booing. That, to me, describes WWE Superstar Zoey Stark. More importantly, fans, WWE higher-ups, and her colleagues, like the great Charlotte Flair, agree. She is now heel Zoey. Okay, I threw that in there in WWE. Thank you, Zoey Stark. Hey, what has this journey been like for you? We're going to talk about Miami and coming to Miami and also a big Raw show in Tampa. But what has the journey been like for you so far?
What a great introduction, so thank you for that. Two, it's been an amazing journey so far. Never, man, I pitch myself every single time I wake up because I've never thought I would actually make it this far. There's always that doubt inside of my head when I was on the indie circuit of, if it's ever actually going to happen. Because, I've heard a lot of no's. So when I finally got that yes, it's been a wild ride.
Hey, when you're hearing no's like that, what does it do to your confidence level? And how do you keep yourself positive and just keep going and grinding?
It really does kind of mess with you for a little bit because, you hear, my trainers like Sim Bodie or D'Lo was very helpful with me. They sit there and they say, man, you're awesome, you're great, just keep doing what you're doing and you'll get there. But, you do certain things to try and get on these different shows and people aren't interested. So in your head, you just your confidence definitely just starts to go down. And sometimes that could be hard to push through, but I'm fortunate enough to have a husband who saw the potential in me and knew that I would be able to make it one day. So he would keep pushing me and say, don't even worry about it. That's not the job you want. You keep your eyes on the prize. And, I finally got it, WWE.
And what a prize to get. It's amazing. How did you get that big break?
Man, so I did a Shimmer show, and Gabe Sapolsky, he saw my match at Shimmer, and as soon as that match ended, I got back to the hotel, and my coach, Allison Danger, we were sharing a hotel room, and she kind of looked at me, and she was like, you're not going to believe what message I just got. And I asked her, okay, yeah, what is it? And she said, Gabe Sapolsky saw your match, and he immediately wants to give you a tryout. So that same night, within literally maybe 3 hours after a match, I got a big opportunity. So if that match never really happened, I don't know if I would be in WWE. So I got to actually say thank you to Allison Danger and Shimmer for that, because Allison Danger set that match up for me.
And who was the opponent then?
Man, you're asking me a question about I'm so bad with names right
now. That's okay, Zoey. It's just so cool. But when you have that tryout, what was it like having that tryout and going through that process and then working with NXT?
So, it was an interesting tryout because it was still during COVID. So there was only a couple of us. It was maybe 10 to 15 of us. Probably 15 was on the high side. But, I was on the same tryout with Cora Jade, Gigi was there. So there was a couple of NXT stars that was on that tryout. But, I hate to brag about myself, but I knocked that ball right out of the park. All the coaches loved me, and I had a great showing. And they just saw something in me, just like Trish sees something in me. It gave me the biggest opportunity of my life, and now going on to NXT, I felt like I had a really good run there. I became an NXT Women's Champion for the tag title with Io, so that was amazing. It was a great run.
And what could you say, too, because I imagine the tryout was at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, which is an awesome facility, great coaches. What was that experience like being there and training there?
Dude, it's the best experience. I always say the Performance Center is like my Disneyland. I love being at the Performance Center. I would be there every single day, 8 hours a day, asking questions, working out, being in the ring, just trying to be the best performer I could possibly be. But you're around so many amazing coaches. You have the head coach, Coach Bloom, and then you have Robbie Brookside, Norman, Johnny Moss, Terry Taylor. All of these guys are absolutely amazing. Finley. So I think if you're at the Performance Center and you're not there for the moment it opens, the moment it's closed, you're crazy, because there's no other place that you should be in taking their brain.
And now we've got some shows coming up in Florida. You've got the great Monday Night Raw in Tampa at the Amalie Arena. That's going to be cool as anything. You were drafted to Raw, and then you have a Super Show coming up, which is going to be a 5 p.m. start on Sunday, July 30th, at the University of Miami. Go Canes! In Coral Gables. And I might be mistaken, maybe not, but it might be the first time that WWE is working that venue, which is so cool, too, in itself. But what are your thoughts? First, we'll just go with the Super Show in Miami, because this is a really eclectic group, because you could have WWE talent from both shows on. And just what are your thoughts of WWE coming to Miami and those type of shows?
I think those kind of shows are super exciting. Exactly like you said, you get to see so many different superstars at any given time. So that will be very fun.
Have you ever been to Miami?
So living in Orlando, I was only in Miami once. So I wasn't really able to go ahead and check things out yet. So I'm really excited for that. Hopefully I can find some time to walk around and check Miami out.
And, well, how about the Tampa area? Because you got the big Monday Night Raw show coming to Tampa, and that's always great. USA Network, 8 o'clock. What are those shows like, the TV shows? And you know what? If you can a little bit, compare, contrast the Super House shows compared to the TV shows.
I mean, it's a completely different vibe, you know? I think people are really excited in general to see both shows, but more probably the Super Show in general, because you get to see so many different faces. But as far as the Tampa show goes, I get Becky Lynch on Monday, so I'm super excited about that. We're going to have a killer match once again.
Yeah, what has it been like, your allegiance in working with WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus, and then getting in there and combating against Becky Lynch, she's been at top of her game for a while. What has that part of all of this been like for you?
I hate to say it again, but it's been crazy and a wild ride, just because, I get to share the ring with a legend and a future Hall of Famer. And not many people get to say that. I'm one of the few that actually get to say that, to where I get to sit down with Trish Stratus, pick her brain, ask her questions, build a relationship with her, to where we're actually, it's not just a mentor-mentee relationship, it's building into an actual friendship. So that's absolutely insane in itself. And then getting to look across the ring and then Becky Lynch, the man who has really done it all. So I got to give her props, because she's been absolutely amazing, and she has been on my bucket list of people to actually work with, and now I get to do that. And not once, but I get to do it again on Monday.
Zoey, how comfortable now are you feeling with the schedule and just everything about WWE? And now that you're part of the Raw brand, and we're going to see you in Miami on the WWE Supershow, possibly, and then also we are definitely going to see you in Tampa for the WWE Monday Night Raw. But just now that you're getting into a flow of things, what has that been like for you?
At first it was definitely an adjustment. It was very hard to where I'm trying to figure out how to get my gym workouts in, how to eat right on the road, figuring out how to get hotels and rental cars, and it's definitely a big change. But now I'm definitely getting into the group to where I'm getting my workout down, able to find these different places, how to eat healthier. It was definitely a hard transition, but I'm getting used to it now. It's almost like your body just gets used to being tired.
Zoey, do you need a travel agent? I know some people.
We got one. Thank you.
All right, a few more questions. We'll wrap this up. Thank you so much for your time. Hey, I got to ask you this. This has been on my mind for a while, so bear with me on this one. How did you come up with the name Zoey Stark? Wait for it. Are you a Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man fan, Tony Stark?
So, I do like the movies, and I'm a fan of Robert Downey Jr., but one of those things where I'm not a big, comic book person. I watched a couple of the Iron Mans. I've seen you know, a little bit, and I have an understanding of a little bit what they do.
So you're telling me no. See, tell me the name does not come from Tony Stark.
It does not come from Tony Stark. No. It was one of those things where I gave them a list of like 10 different first names, 10 different last names, and they put them together and they said, here you go.
Hey, also, was it bittersweet when EO won Money in the Bank? Because that was your former NXT, as you mentioned, tag team champion partner.
Yeah, you're going to make me break a little bit more character here, but yeah, it was an insane feeling. I was so incredibly happy for her when I was actually being able to sit there and watch her grab that briefcase, and the reaction that she got, it just made me feel so good for her to actually see her get that opportunity.
You've had experience on the indies. That's been well documented. And I'm curious, do you feel like you take more of a leadership role in the company or not at this point?
Well, in NXT, definitely, for sure. As of right now on main roster, no. Not at this point in time. Right now, I'm just sitting back, I'm watching, and I'm learning.
And Zoey, lastly, for me, I'm just curious, your background a little bit. Where did you grow up? Did you play high school sports, athletic? Were you a wrestling fan?
So, lifelong wrestling fan, absolutely loved it. Played all the video games. I would watch, like the VCRs where you could actually set it up, put the tape in, and push record anytime we were away from home. One, I'd be grumpy as all hell. Tell my mom that we need to go back home so I could catch Raw or catch SmackDown. And if we couldn't be there, I would record it, and then when we came back home, watch it. So, lifelong fan, collected all those magazines, the toys, and all of that. I grew up in, so I did move around a lot growing up, but the main place that I say that I'm from is from San Bernardino.
San Bernardino.
But I did play baseball.
Oh, you big baseball fan.
With the guys, yeah.
Oh, are we talking LA Dodgers?
Yeah, it's a family team, so LA Dodgers.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, but that's cool too. But did you ever have thoughts of playing softball and even trying in college, or no, you just love baseball?
No, I just love baseball. There was a point in time when my dad told me, all right, like, you can't really play baseball hardball anymore because I was playing with the guys, and that's all I've ever wanted to do. And once I hit that high school point where they wouldn't let me on the men's team, I just said, I'm not going to play softball then. It just wasn't my sport. I couldn't get used to the size of the ball and the way they do things.
So WWE Super Show coming to Miami Sunday, July 30th at the University of Miami in Coral Gables. That's going to be an awesome event. 5 p.m. start. It's Super Show, so you get to see superstars from both brands. And then obviously Monday Night Raw in Tampa, Amalie Arena. That's going to be so cool. She's going to face Becky Lynch. That's going to be an outstanding match. Zoey, thank you so much. Continue with the success. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.